everyone out there in NIC land. I hope this finds you happy, healthy, and hanging in there. I just wanted to take a moment and give you some company updates. So 2021 has been pretty crazy so far. We are forecasting this to be a record sales year for NIC, and all of our customers are quite busy. The build rates continue to go up for Kenworth and Peterbilt. Philips Ultrasound in particular is pulling quite strong. Schweitzer is very strong in the electrical distribution part of the business, as well as Vizio and Leviton and Simpson and others continue to have strong orders. Now there is some worry out there about supply chain keeping up with all the demand. Most of you have probably heard about the computer chip shortages, and this has really hit the automotive industry hard. Ford and GM and Honda and others have already had plant shutdowns because they don't have enough chips. And I know that it's hitting the trucking industry as well. So it's provided that our customers aren't shut down for prolonged periods of time because of the chip shortages, will continue to be strong throughout the balance of the year. And we also have some new business coming in. A customer called NIC, a division called Alpha. We've already started to build products for them out of our Gallatin plant and a few in Woodinville as well. And they are very anxious to move more work to NIC, and we're working hard to get that through our system, get the materials we need and a plan together to be able to produce that, because they really seem like there's an opportunity to have a really strong big customer with NIC, so that's exciting. Also, we're implementing a lot of new work, particularly on the PACCAR side. The midlife update and the new medium duty are basically implementing now, and we have other programs like the firewall for Peterbilt that are they're in the process of implementing, and just several other programs. So lots of new work, lots of increases in build rate, material shortages, and tight labor has made for a little bit of craziness. On the material shortages at NIC, our purchasing and materials team have been working very hard and getting creative to try to prevent us from having to shut down and miss our shipment dates. On any given day in the Gallatin plant, there's a stack of work orders that can't be started because of shortness of metal, of all things. So there's just been a lot of constraints out there in the marketplace on getting product, getting trucks to deliver product, all kinds of different reasons that there's shortages. We're seeing shortages of wood and packaging and plastics and hardware, things like that. And the purchasing team has looked for substitutes. They've been placing orders with plenty of lead time. The orders are getting confirmed, and then we find out right before it's due that it's not coming. So it's been a real scramble, and those teams deserve a shout out for all the extra work they've been doing this year, trying to keep us in parts so that we can meet our customers' expectation and keep them in parts, and so they can meet their customers' expectation. Of course, material shortages affect production, and oftentimes we'll be short something and it might come in on a Thursday and Friday, so we work overtime in order to make up for lost production. As well as with the high demand, we're just demanding a lot of our team. We are trying to hire and bring in new people, but that's a little bit slower process. So I look at the overtime reports, every payroll, I see all your names, I see the hours you're working, and I want to thank you for putting the extra time. I know it's your personal time that you're giving up for NIC to help make us successful, help make us able to meet our customers' needs. And so thank you for doing that. Let's take a minute and talk about COVID. I'd like to think that we're through COVID, although many of you may have heard that we did have a recent outbreak in Woodinville. We had a number of people home with COVID, and we have one employee that has been in the ICU for going on a month now. He's not doing well, and our thoughts and prayers are definitely with him as he fights to beat this crazy disease. And we also have a few other employees who are experiencing longer term effects, fatigue and things of that nature. So it's still with us. I think most of you are aware that it's hitting other countries pretty hard right now. India and Brazil and places like that have seen big spikes in big spikes in disease. Fortunately, in the U.S., the vaccination rollout is going quite well. As of this morning, there was 163 million people that have had at least one vaccination. So that's about 50% of our total population. And as we move along, if we can get that number up, we should be able to isolate it and keep it from spreading even further. Speaking of vaccines, I know some of you are choosing not to get vaccinated. And as we sit here today, the vaccines are not FDA approved. They're on an emergency approval only. So it is right to be skeptical and to really do your research and get comfortable with making the decision to get vaccinated. My ask for you is to talk to your doctor about it. Bring your questions in and consult with them to make an educated decision on what is best for you and what you should do. So I would recommend that you get your doctor's input on that. We are trying to encourage people to get vaccinated here at NIC, and to that effect, everyone who can demonstrate through their card or whatnot that they have at least one vaccine, we're going to give you a $100 gift card, and we'll also enter you in a drawing for $2,500. There's going to be 6 awards of $2,500. There'll be 2 in Woodinville, 2 winners in Woodinville, 2 winners in Gallatin, 1 in Ohio, and 1 in Texas. So that's going to take place on June 10th. So if you can get your first vaccine done by then, and get on the get in the drawing, that would be fantastic. The $100 gift card will continue to do that as long as the vaccines are available. So that one doesn't have a time limit like the grand prize drawing does. Most of you have probably heard that the CDC has changed the guidelines regarding mask wearing for vaccinated people. And so we've been debating about what to do with that information. And in June, we're going to begin allowing vaccinated employees to go maskless. They can choose to continue to wear masks, that's not a problem. And we'll see how it develops during the summer. If the vaccination rates get to the point where there's not a big concern about outbreaks, we might be able to drop masks across the board, which would be fantastic. So for right now, though, if you're not vaccinated, we'll continue wearing masks. If you're vaccinated, you can choose to wear a mask or you can choose to go maskless. And that's where we are with that. So that's all I have for this update. Except for I am going to begin traveling. Last week I was fortunate enough to be able to go into Gallatin. I got to see a few folks. It was a very short trip, but I did get vaccinated. I did the Pfizer, and I'm fully vaccinated, so I feel comfortable flying that I'm not going to infect somebody or get infected myself. And my plan will be this summer to get to Ohio and Texas plants as well as to our customers once they start receiving guests. So I hope to be able to see you guys this summer, and just thanks for hanging in there, keeping us a good, safe company and successful, and I'll be seeing you soon. All right, bye everyone.